the South Carolina FFA state officer candidates are challenged through numerous interviews and activities. It's clear that this year's candidates have a tremendous love and an obvious passion for the FFA. This evening we will have the opportunity to meet these candidates as they introduce themselves and inspire us with their words on the power of just one. Please help me in welcoming the first candidate to the stage.
Good evening. Microphone's not on. Good evening. I'm going to say a few names, and whenever I say them, I want you to say what they invented or what they accomplished. Henry Ford. Assembly line, correct. Eli Whitney. And what did Abraham Lincoln do? He abolished slavery. Correct. Even though these men got the recognition for what they did, it wasn't just by themselves. It was by many people who empowered them to go on and push for what they believed in. Yes, Henry Ford changed the Industrial Revolution. Eli Whitney changed agriculture. And Abraham Lincoln changed lives forever. South Carolina FFA, I am here willing to help us and help this organization. I am here to bring us together to be just one, make us a team, and build us to be a family. Because no matter what happens, if we come together as just one, there is no telling what can we do, what can we accomplish, and how we are going to change this future. My name is Cooper Eli Brown. I am from the Wagner-Salley FFA chapter, and I am a state officer candidate from region number 4. Thank you.
Let's go back to a time when we were all 6 years old. Maybe you were in your yard or in your house playing with dolls or blocks. Well, when I was 6 years old, I was standing on my very first dance competition stage, and let me tell you, I was terrified. The stage was so big, and I was so small. But I took one big step up onto that stage and started my routine. After that, it wasn't so intimidating. All it took was me taking one step in a direction that was scary for me. Taking just one step to face my fear, get back on my horse after a horrible fall that could have seriously injured both of us, and try again. Taking just one step as an FFA officer to talk to school board members about why FFA and agricultural education is important to me and all of our futures. You see, life is a series of steps, just one at a time, one foot after the other. And we have a choice to make. We can either stand still where we're comfortable and not push any boundaries, or we can have the courage to take just one step outside of our comfort zone, even though it might be challenging or scary for us. You've probably heard the saying, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with just one step. And it's when we follow that journey that we truly grow. My name is Kylie Cathcart from the Lexington-Richland 5 FFA chapter, representing Region 2 as a state officer candidate. FFA members, will you have the courage to unlock the power of just one step?
Good afternoon. My name is Jake Faulkner, and I'm from the Indian Land FFA chapter, running for South Carolina State FFA office, representing Region 3. The power of one is a phenomenal thing. Just think about it. One act of kindness can make somebody's day way better. Just one more activity or CDE can get you that much more involved in your FFA chapter. Just one step in the right direction can improve the world around you, and just one step towards your goals will get you that much closer towards achieving them. But the best part about the power of one is you. You have the power of one, and you are the power of one. Just think about it. Be yourself, and you'll be the best person that you can be. Just remember, there's just one you, and there's just one FFA. And if you take just one step in the right direction, then you have the power to change the world. Thank you. Again, I'm Jake Faulkner from the Indian Land FFA chapter, representing Region 3.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Reese Bacode. I'm from the W.J. King FFA chapter, and I'm representing Region 2. I'm your state officer candidate, but I'm a little nervous right now. So if I can get everybody in here to repeat after me, it might make me feel a little bit better. I know I can. Be what I want to be. If I work hard at it. I'll be where I want to be. That was good. That was good. I want to hear a little bit more. Can everybody scream to the top of y'all lungs? I know I can. Be what I want to be. If I work hard at it, I can be where I want to be. That was awesome. Give yourself a round of applause. That was awesome. Yeah. Do you guys see the power of just one? It took only one of me to come up here and spread this message with you guys for you guys to bring back to me. The power of one is real. It only takes one person to influence you. It takes one person to change how you think about things. It takes one person to change the perspective, whether it be through your officer team or your chapter. The power of one is a very real thing. And I want to challenge all of you as a South Carolina FFA, and I've accepted this challenge myself, to embrace the power of one. Embrace it to the fullest extent. You as an individual can in fact change. It can change the complete situation, whether you're expressing your opinion, understanding somebody else's opinion, not taking it for granted, and valuing what everybody else says. Again, my name is Reese Bacode. I'm from the W.J. King FFA chapter, and I represent Region 2. Thank you.
Good afternoon, South Carolina FFA. My name is Luke Dixon. I'm representing the Sherrall FFA chapter. Recently, I was asked to determine the power of one. I thought to myself, how could I, one of thousands of South Carolina FFA members, a single drop in the vast sea of blue, make a difference in our organization? Well, it's simple. Think of a car. Each and every component of a car is essential to its operation. The motor, the tires, the brakes. If one of those were missing, the car wouldn't be safe to drive. And think of this too. Even the parts we may not always see as important, such as windshield wipers or defrost, all have their own role to play. That, South Carolina FFA, is what makes one so powerful, because it is necessary that every one part does its job, that the group will be successful, whether in a car or an organization such as FFA. I believe the leadership skills I've obtained through my journey in FFA on how to teach others to work together to achieve a goal, and how to lead a group will be one vital part in starting a huge movement in all of South Carolina FFA. I believe I'll be that one person to encourage students to join FFA no matter what their background. That one person to motivate members to take that leap of faith and compete in their first CDE. That one person to inspire a shy kid like me to run for state office. Together as one, I and my fellow state officers will cultivate a year of leadership, personal growth, unique opportunities, and many unforgettable just one moments. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I'm Sydney Gambrel, proudly representing Region 1. John Maxwell once said, "Leadership is the power of one, harnessing the power of many." The FFA represents a mosaic, a most unique mosaic made up of intricate pieces, different colors, shapes, and sizes. Friends, We are all of these pieces, all 670,000 of them, and you all are one of those special pieces. Leadership is the power of one team, one experience, one FFA. As your state officer, it will be my duty to see that each member of this great state organization is not only heard, but your individual experience reaches its maximum potential. All it takes is one person to make a difference. Since we share the same mission, creed, and motto, we share the same vision, one FFA. The power of one, harnessing the power of many. We are all individuals, and together we will form the most beautiful mosaic. I am Sydney Gambrel, proudly representing Region 1 as your state officer candidate. Thank you.
Good afternoon, South Carolina FFA. I'm Nicolas Smith, representing Clinton High School and Region 2. My most memorable moment for the FFA is last year when I got up on stage and sang. As the nerves ran through my body, I realized with just one song, I could change the output of over 1,000 FFA members, advisors, and guests. Like I said, the nerves were running through my body, but the power of just one strum and that just one word that came out of my mouth gave me calmness. I knew I could do it. As I was on stage, I saw just one flashlight raise up in the air, then one more, then another. Within 10 or 15 seconds, everyone in the convention center had up just one flashlight. However, with everyone's just one flashlight up, it made the room brighter than it could have ever been. And that gave me calmness. I then realized that I wanted to run for state office. And I wanted to work for that just one goal and help everybody help their light shine together. I wanted to reach out to that just one kid over in the corner who felt like he didn't have any friends, or the just one that felt like he didn't belong, or even the football star who just wanted one true friend. If everyone could help just one, we could all become a powerful just one together. Thank you.
One person can't change the world. One person cannot make a difference. It's easy to say, and even easier to believe. For me, I struggled with this for a long time, wondering where my place in this world was. But one day, when I was at my church, we were having a day of random acts of kindness. And at this day, we went to a laundromat, and I was handing out quarters to everyone and anyone who needed them. Everyone was thanking me for their generosity, but then one lady was like, "Why are you doing this?" And I was like, "Well, why not?" And she simply said, "Well, most people just do stuff and always have a catch." And I handed her some quarters. I said, "I promise you, there is no catch to this." And that one woman changed my life. She showed me how I was going to change the world. Every day, I do my best to make one person's day better in some way, shape, or form. And in theory, this one person will then go to another person and change someone else's life. Then, 7.8 billion people in the world will hopefully eventually have their days changed for the better, therefore making me, just one person, able to change the world through one act of kindness. Just one person can change the world. So the next time someone tells you you can't do something, you cannot change the world, look them in the eye and say, challenge accepted. Oh, I'm Virginia Cackley from the Ashley Ridge FFA. Thank you.
Have you ever thought about the jacket we wear every day? Every day we get an OD. Do you just put it on and you just go, this is a nice jacket, fashion statement? No, when we put these jackets on, we are reminded of all the accomplishments that people did before us, all the past and present FFA officers and just members. And when we wear this jacket, we're not only representing the chapter on the back or the state on the back, we're representing a national organization led by young students. You might not see the power in that, but that's the power of one group of society. We are the new future. We are a group of society, and we are the FFA. And when you're walking down the halls, you can be in your school, you can be walking down your halls by yourself, or you can be in a national convention walking in the sea of blue. That jacket is so powerful to everyone else that sees it, it's unreal. They could be like, oh, they're just farmers. Oh, they're just leaders. But that one person, the one person who knows what the FFA is, that's the power of one getting to you. It could just be 1 week at FFA camp, just 1 day at FFA convention, just 1 CDE in the FFA, just 1 advisor that pushes you into the classroom and says, go for it. That one member that you go up to and you talk to him and he wants nothing to do with it. That next year you see him, that just 1 year he became an FFA officer. My name is Rucker Crassel and I'm from the Swansea FFA chapter and I'm representing the Lower State Region, Region 4. Thank y'all.
Good afternoon, South Carolina FFA. My name is Mathew Brownlee. I'm representing the Lawrence FFA chapter from Region 2. The power of one can be extraordinary. Just as my ag teacher inspired me, everyone else in this audience has the power to change someone else. Someone who can change just one person is just as important as the person who can change the lives of millions. Because that one person we change may go on to change the lives of millions. We all have our strengths and our weaknesses, but that doesn't lessen the power we have to change someone else. We all have different personalities, and we can all reach out to different people. That's why it's going to take all of us in this room. FFA inspired me to be the one. What inspires you? Now I have so many examples to back up just how powerful the power of one can be. But one most recently that touched my heart so dearly. I was helping out with chapter officer interviews at my local chapter to determine next year's officer team. I was able to ask a few questions, and I asked this one young man, I said, who inspires you and why? He paused for a moment. He looked me in my eye and he said, you inspire me. You inspire me to do my best and you give me an example to look up to. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the power of one. Just one life, just one change. How can you be the one? Thank you.
South Carolina, how's everybody doing today? I'm Logan Gore from the Green Sea Floyd's FFA chapter. It is a pleasure to be here today. I'm going to start off by asking you a question, but don't worry, this is not a math test. What does the power of one mean to you? It's a tough question. Well, to me, the power of one means the potential to be something greater. Just think of the power of one seed to grow into a mighty oak. The power of one moment to change a lifetime. The power of one person to change the world. We, the FFA, are ones in advocating for agriculture. We have the power to change our nation. We have the power to change the world. I challenge each one of you here today to be the power of one and change your chapter, change your home, change your nation, change the world. I appreciate every one of y'all here tonight, and we are all one family. Thank you, and God bless.
Good afternoon, South Carolina FFA. I'm Austin King, your state officer candidate from Region 3. I had to take a moment and tell you about the most awkward moment of my life recently. A few weeks ago, I was roped into participating in a brother-sister dance during my 12-year-old sister's dance recital. I was super nervous by the end of the dance. I was super nervous leading up to it because it was completely out of my comfort zone. We had to do dance moves like this and dance to a Backstreet Boys song. But by the end of the dance, all of my nervousness had disappeared, seeing the smile on my sister's face, and I know that that will be a moment that she will remember for the rest of her life. I realize that sometimes we have to step out of our comfort zone to grow and help others. We should never be afraid to look silly at the expense of an opportunity to help someone. It's amazing how just one moment can change our whole perspective of the world and impact someone's life. South Carolina FFA, I challenge you this year to take a chance and just one moment, one opportunity, impact someone's life. Thank you.
As these candidates near the end of their nominating process, I like to personally wish each candidate the very best of luck. The challenges you have faced and the opportunities you were given throughout your experiences in the FFA have developed you into the strong and determined leaders who stood before us this evening. I, as well as the other state officers, can rest assured that the South Carolina FFA will be in good hands with any of these fine candidates leading the way. We look forward to hearing the nominating committee report on Friday.